Okay. Hey, welcome to the channel. Today I'm about to check out the Silver Surfer versus Martian Manhunter live. But like in the previous video, I had said I am gonna go for the Silver Surfer because he's who I like more, who I know more about than Martian Manhunter. I'm sure yes, he has crazy abilities. I've heard some crazy stuff from Martian Manhunter, but Silver Surfer thing is I like him. Of course, like I said in the previous videos, different death battles. I don't go for who I think is gonna win. I go for who I want to win. And as of now, it's Silver Surfer. Do I think he's gonna win? I don't know. It's because Silver Surfer is. I'm not saying he's inconsistent, but sometimes he could go from fighting Galactus to getting jumped by kids on the street. And bro, I'm not talking like actual kids, but like some people he shouldn't be able to lose to. Is essentially what I'm saying. Yes, he could 1 minute get hang with Thor, and then he's getting slapped up by what's it? I'm not saying Iron Man or Spider Man, but like he gets slapped up by street level people is what I'm saying. And I'm not downplaying them by no means. But if he's 1 minute fighting with Galactus, 1 minute fighting with like is it God Thor or some shit like that, and then he's just getting bro, I could probably pull up to the comics and drop him just because. But then again, the writer, yada yada. But yeah, with that said, man, if you enjoyed the video, let me know what you're to check out, and I'm gonna do so. Yada yada, you get the gist. So yeah, with that said, let's hope Martian Manhunter takes the L so Silver Surfer could get this W. So yeah, he doesn't have the power of cosmic for nothing. So yeah, Brody better pull through.
Martian Manhunter, DC's Space Ranger.
The Silver Surfer, Marvel's Sentinel of the Spaceways.
The depths of space hold secrets
So
beyond our comprehension, but
The
these sage
Shield of
superheroes have seen
Galactus,
more of it
something
than
like that.
any of us could ever hope to.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
That didn't do it this
For
time,
as
huh?
long as mankind has looked upon the night sky, the stars have beckoned the brave to search the unknown and explore its endless wonders.
Like Dr. Saul Erdell, who's kind of
This
a
looks
doctor
like
in the
some
same way Dr.
DC
Pepper
art.
is a doctor.
Maybe I'm
This
just
guy's
tripping,
got
but
no formal education, but that didn't stop him from
oh, yeah,
messing
that
around
is
with some ancient tech he stumbled upon.
He was desperate to live out his boyhood dreams of exploring the cosmos. So with the tech's advanced capabilities, Erdell created a machine that would bring the cosmos to him.
He pointed the machine at Mars, pushed a button, and hoped for the best. And it worked! Erdell summoned a real-life Martian right before his very eyes. So remember, kids, when in doubt, just push buttons. Never fails.
The mysterious and powerful alien known as J'onn J'onzz, the Martian Manhunter, immediately started using his incredible powers in front of the Doctor, like mind reading and shape-shifting.
Which was just the tip of Erdell's discoveries. Turns out, Martians have complete control over their bodies and can transform into practically anything, like a freaking dragon, an exact duplicate of Wonder Woman down to her central nervous system, or even a totally generic green monster that loves choco cookies.
They can also shoot lasers from their eyes, fire psionic blasts, turn invisible, and phase through anything. Even Green Lantern constructs and force fields that Superman couldn't get through.
On top of all that, they've got a crazy healing factor. John has regenerated back from a single limb, tiny pieces, or even a puddle of goo.
This display of awe-inspiring power overwhelmed Dr. Erdell's poor human heart and caused him to die in the Martian's arms.
Damn! Well, at least he accomplished his goal before he bit the red dust, right? Anyway, John
Oh,
used
it's
his
crazy.
shape-shifting
Red dust
abilities
is
to
fine.
hide amongst his new world by assuming the identity of a recently deceased detective named John Jones. God, what a crazy coincidence, comic book writer, you clever man.
Detective J'onn J'onzz lived a double life on Earth
I'm not saying it's not lazy writing, but it's just like, hey man, if it works, it works.
for many years, solving cases and helping as many people as he could from the shadows. But eventually, he stepped out, revealing himself to the world, and helped found the Justice League of America.
And John definitely holds his own in the
Who's shot on the left? Because Flash, Aquaman, Lantern, Martian. That is not no Wonder Woman, but just
Supergroup. He once pulled the Earth alongside Wonder Woman and Superman, who has stated that of all the beings in the known universe, he would be afraid to fight Jean.
And he should be afraid.
Hmm.
Superman wouldn't be the first Kryptonian Jean has gone toe-to-toe with. He's manhandled Ultraman, who's basically evil Superman from another universe.
Okay.
And Superboy Prime, who can shatter reality with his punches. And
What's it called? A redcon punch, bro. That shit is insane. It's crazy. I forgot I had to do an edit of Superboy Prime, if I'm not mistaken.
also evil Superman from another universe.
He took a blast from Asmodel, the king angel from a literal army of heaven. He's held his own against
Wait, hold up.
And is also evil Superman from another universe.
He took a blast from Asmodel, the king angel from a
Oh, let me guess. They're basing it off how angels are supposed to look because of the whole eyes, and then wait, I don't know, something like that. Like, they somewhat look creepy in nature, but it's something
literal
like that.
army of heaven. He's held his own against Darkseid, the manifestation of tyranny in the DC universe. And he's fast enough to catch up to Supergirl and Superman, who we know flies so fast he can burst the bonds of infinity. So basically, he's just as strong and just as fast as a bunch of crazy gods and demons.
While Jean's strength and speed are obviously very impressive, it's also no secret that his greatest asset is his mind. He's one of the most powerful telepaths in all of the DC universe.
Facts.
He reads minds, duh, but he can also shut them down altogether. And he once made Mr. Plexiglass, Mr. Mixed Pickles. F your name, that's whatever. Anyway, he got him to subconsciously say his own name backwards, which God only knows because I can't say it forwards, which canceled out his power.
Ain't this the dude who lives in the realm of imagination where everything that can be can? It's like, it's just so many tiers and layers above reality. That's actually insane that he actually made it there. But fuck.
His psychic defenses were strong enough to protect the Justice League against a worldwide telepathic attack, and his ability to sense people's feelings is so strong, he can feel every sentient being in the entire galaxy.
And he once out-thought Perpetua from the Omniverse. Who's that, you ask? Oh, just a freaking creator of the entire multiverse. She's basically the god of everything.
Jean needed to connect his consciousness with everyone on Earth before Perpetua could catch up. He pulled this off by using his mental abilities within the span of Planck time, literally the smallest possible measurement of time. In the time it takes you to count to 1, Jean could count to 1 and fly across the universe and back over 200 sextillion times.
He out-thought God. He's a faster thinker than God. And it didn't end there. John took a punch from her and walked away with just a bloody nose. And when she disintegrated him into basically nothing, he regenerated back.
What?
From a hit from God.
Batman
What?
has said that in order to kill Jean for
Nah,
good,
nah,
you would
nah,
have
nah,
to
nah, nah,
literally
nah.
destroy every single atom in his body, one by one.
God damn. If I didn't love alliteration so much, I'd say we change this guy's name to Martian God Hunter or something. He's
Bro.
basically invincible, right?
Not quite. Jean is not without weakness. He has a very real vulnerability to fire. At times, it has completely overwhelmed him to the point where he loses control of his body.
And not just literal fire either. John was once
Okay, hold up, bro. I forgot about this take. I think, you know what? I'm gonna do it after the video. I'm gonna do that because if y'all have seen my other death battle reaction, I usually note stuff down just to see how effed I am, and so far this is looking kind of scary. Fuck.
tricked into just thinking he was surrounded by fire, and that was enough for him.
Overwhelmed him to the point where he loses control of his body.
And not just literal fire either. John was once tricked into just thinking he was surrounded by fire, and that was enough for him.
Even still, Jean has been able to overcome this weakness. He's fought enemies with fire abilities and even taken hits from fire attacks, which leads me to believe the weakness, while potent and still able to cause real physical
Leads you to
harm,
believe.
is mainly psychosomatic.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I heard what you said. Weakness to fire is just in your head. I'll be a living god!
Okay.
Another win in the mind column for
Okay.
sure. And to think there's a whole
Oh, shit.
planet
Release.
of these guys out there.
Unfortunately, that's no longer the case. Before Dr. Erdel's strange experiment, Jean's own brother used the Martians' telepathic connection to each other against them, and the entire planet was plagued with Ronmir's curse.
As long as they stayed telepathically connected, every Martian was vulnerable to a mental fire that would overwhelm them and burn them from the inside out.
Which sadly worked very well, because the fear of fire is something Jean shares with his fellow Martians. Centuries earlier, the Guardians of the Universe, a group of immortal aliens who run the Green Lantern Corps, feared that the Martian race could become too strong.
I forgot what they
so
were called,
they programmed the Martians with that genetic weakness to fire.
Jean was able to survive the fiery curse by cutting off his
Gotta nerf
mental
them
connection to
somehow.
his people, including his family. Unfortunately, his wife, Myria, and their daughter couldn't live with the isolation, and he had no choice but to watch them give in and burn alive. Damn.
Racked
Ow.
with grief and survivor's guilt, Jean was left to wander
Ow.
his own world all alone. His only solace being shape-shifting into his lost loved ones to convince himself they were still alive.
Oh my god. Jesus, John.
Yeah.
That is so sad.
That pain has undoubtedly shaped who Jean
So like, if he like shapeshifted into his wife, is that like, would it be appropriate for me to say go fuck yourself? Like that was not supposed to be turned into a terrible joke. That was a genuine thought I just thought of. Like how would that work out? Was it just like on some please my darling, and then he just slides it. Oh. Why? What am I doing, man, bro? What am I? Come on now.
is. In fact, the trauma he held onto so tightly formed a literal spiritual connection with those lost souls. A telepathic connection so strong, it kept them from finding peace in an afterlife. Let me say that again. His grief and telepathy were so strong, he prevented an entire race of people from moving on to
That's
the afterlife.
It
insane.
wasn't until years later that John could return to Mars and release those souls by finally letting go. And not to forget them, but to embrace his new life and his new home.
Okay.
A place he would defend time and time again to make sure the Earth never suffers a fate similar
This
to
guy got
Mars.
To
strong
experience
abilities,
all of that,
golly.
to truly know what it feels like to be alone in the vast universe, but continue to use your wisdom and power to help those in need, is what makes the Martian Manhunter such a noble hero.
On a planet packed with other incredible heroes, John really has set himself apart. He's risen through the ashes and emerged, the heart and soul of the Justice League.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by One Piece on Netflix.
Made by fans for fans, this live-action adaptation of the beloved manga is designed
What
to
the
introduce new
fuck?
audiences to the zany pirate epic. And where else would it start but the East?
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be doing a reaction to One Piece. I'm trying my best. I gotta.
Blue, a world populated by pirates with supernatural powers, gifted by mysterious devil
this does
fruits,
not look
where
terrible.
telephones are snails.
And a treasure hidden by the late Goldie Roger kicks off an era of epic adventure.
This action-packed series follows the Straw Hat Pirates, a crew of true Nakama determined to find the legendary One Piece and live free on the high seas.
All the while being chased by the
I'm
unreal.
sorry. I'm sorry. It's just the thought of watching, or even trying to imagine a live action Sanji doing those fast ass kicks, or a live action Zoro actually fighting with a sword in his mouth. Are they actually doing stuff like that? Because I just see Luffy throwing air punches. I'm like, wait, are they trying to like adapt every single? People say it's good. People are saying it's good. I haven't even watched. I'm still stuck on episode 4 of One Piece. I'm getting to it, but fuck, just like, how will they do Gear 5? That's just my question now. Just
Marines, protecting the waterways from those dastardly pirates.
In an ocean of grim and gritty
Oh my gosh,
adaptations,
Strong
One
joined in.
Piece is an adventurous, warm-hearted, binge-worthy island.
Series mangaka Eiichiro Oda was involved at every step of the process, which has never been done before in any other live-action manga adaptation.
Pirates life for me! Marines stink!
Watch One Piece August 31st, only on Netflix.
you got the strong jaw head.
Zen La, a virtual utopia, free from any and all crime, poverty, and disease.
Nice
And
little
home to
practice.
Norin Rad, which I've gotta say is the sickest, most radical name I have ever heard in my entire life.
Terrible.
He was a brainy kid who was raised to live a life of reason and intellect over one of gnarly adventure.
That is, until the technologically advanced society came under threat from the devourer of worlds, Galactus.
So Norin struck up a deal with the World Muncher. In exchange for sparing his planet, Mr. Red offered to leave his home behind, become Galactus's herald, and seek out new planets for him to scarf down.
And once Galactus agreed to the deal, he imbued his new herald with the power cosmic, transforming him into the Silver Surfer.
An equally tubular name.
Yeah, let's
Tuber
go.
too. Wow, you rarely see it.
The power cosmic grants the Surfer near unlimited energy, as well as matter manipulation, phasing, super strength,
Hold up. Oh, fuck. These are not his feats.
speed, and invulnerability, just to name a few.
The Surfer's basically got all of Galactus' space magic, just on a smaller scale. And Galactus uses that power to fight guys like the
Okay.
In-Betweener, an abstract being from the overspace.
The Surfer used the power cosmic
Space magic, just on a smaller scale. And Galactus uses that power to fight guys like the In-Betweener, an abstract being from the overspace.
The Surfer used the power cosmic to serve Galactus diligently for nearly 100 years, during which he ensured that the planets consumed were devoid of sentient life.
That is, until the Surfer accidentally offered up a planet with life, which drove him crazy with guilt. So Galactus tried his best to suppress the Surfer's emotions, erase the painful memories, and make it easier for him to find planets with tasty, delicious life. Guilt-free. How nice of him.
And it worked for a while until the Surfer reached Earth. Galactus's mighty mind manipulation
The comic
wasn't enough to bury the Surfer's true nature for good. With the help of Alicia Masters and the Fantastic Four, the Surfer turned against his overlord and saved the Earth from being eaten.
But even after all that, Galactus just let the Surfer keep his powers. At any point, he could have just taken them back.
Being the source of the Surfer's powers, yes, he could. But Galactus has continued to let the Surfer have the power cosmic
he likes him.
out of respect for his first herald.
Damn. See, that's the kind of respect I'm asking from you. Anyway, ever since those mental gymnastics with Galactus, the Surfer made sure nothing like that would ever happen again.
And he's been successful, like when Psycho Man failed to trick the Surfer with his illusions, or when he was
I'm sorry, but I'm a little too gassed. I shouldn't be doing this. Look. The thing is, I would say Mephisto's impressive, but Mephisto got handled by Doctor Doom. I'm not saying Doctor Doom is weak by no means, but this was like a base level Doctor Doom, which is like, is Mephisto really that impressive? But Galactus, they're like also Galactus, man. Galactus should not be losing to a lot of people, but he still does. Fuck, but crash into the bro. I don't see Silver Surfer winning. I really want him to win, but after what we just saw, oh god.
briefly trapped in the Supreme Intelligence's mind when it was using the Mind Stone.
With some of those mental threats behind him, he could finally take to the spaceways, kick ass, and monologue about the meaning of life in the universe.
All of which he's quite good at, especially that last one. It's thanks to the abilities afforded to him through all that cosmic energy.
It's seriously crazy. He can rearrange the molecules of anything he wants into anything he wants.
Yeah.
He can force you to just feel pain in general, and he can even control elements, not just earth, wind, and fire, but anything in a boogie wonderland like gravity and the weather.
He's got enough power and energy inside him that he once created an infant star to serve as a new light source in a universe devoid of
Talk
light.
to him.
So just when he needed it, he was able to pop out a baby son? That's convenient.
That's the power cosmic.
But we can't forget about the sick board he shreds the stars with. This thing's basically an extension of himself. He
Yeah.
can transform it into a sweet sword or into pure cosmic energy. And if it breaks, he can just form a new one.
Yeah.
On his board, the Surfer has traveled at incalculable speeds on multiple occasions. He can fly faster than Thor, and even once flew so fast he reached the future.
Even without his board, he once broke free from energy shackles that would zap away his power within the next nanosecond. Gnarly, brah. He once outsurfed a wave of universal.
Then that one says something about a kleptosecond, something like that, something crazy like that. So for Martian Manhunter's speed still looks more impressive. The fuck?
destruction. He had to surf out of all of existence as it was being torn apart.
Oh.
Now, I've seen some
Okay.
choice waves in my day, but if you ask me, that's one tube best for watching on the beach with a brew.
What?
You're hitting it real hard with all this surfing
Yeah.
lingo. He's honestly not that kind of guy at all.
Yeah, I
Righteously
believe that.
disagree with you, dude. You are carving up my brainwaves into an A-frame swell that I just can't bail. I'm waxed, man, waxed.
The Silver Surfer is a tragic figure who is always weighing his choices through every angle of morality. Like when he set out to destroy the new host of the Star Brand, an energy source that grants his wielders virtually infinite power, capable of wiping out all life on Earth.
The Star Brand seems to choose a new unknowing host at random. Could be a good guy, could be the most evil person to ever exist. But despite that threat, the Surfer spared the new Star Brand once he found out she was carrying a child.
He decided to bear the weight of any potential consequences on his own shoulders, instead of squashing any and all hope that the child would use that power for good.
I get it. He's a righteous dude on a surfboard.
Exactly. And in the surfer's case, a keen sense of morality also comes with a keen sense of his surroundings in general. He can see enemies even when they're invisible and can sense incoming threats, to the point where he can sense someone approaching even before they've left their own home.
He can also
Crazy.
absorb energy his opponents throw at him. Anything from psionic energy
Let
to
me guess, that's how the fight is gonna start off. He's just gonna be chilling and he's gonna be like, someone's coming for me. And then Martian Manhunter just pulls up. It's not gonna really matter to the fight, but it's just gonna be a way to have them meet up.
Sense incoming threats, to the point where he can sense
Golly.
someone approaching even before they've left their own home.
He can also absorb energy his opponents throw at him. Anything from psionic energy to a freaking star. The Surfer can even do it when he's on death's door. Hey, Wiz, what do you think the doormat on death's door says? Probably like, knock 'em dead, right?
What are you talking
Bro.
about? Now, it does take a lot to get the Surfer to death's door. He's taken a blast from the Infinity Stones, survived being smashed into pieces, crashed into the Big Bang, and played catch with the star.
He caught it and then threw it right back at that punk Deadpool. Ha! I hope you like a big ball of gas in your face, you tool.
Reed Richards,
Wait
the
till he pulls
smartest
up.
man alive, has said that the Surfer is probably the most powerful being in all the galaxy.
And even after
See, the
years spent
galaxy,
drifting through
not
the
the universe,
galaxy,
the
he's
galaxy.
still built strong bonds, like with the Fantastic Four, the Defenders, and with people like Dawn Greenwood.
But somehow, he always ends up alone in space, searching for answers, searching for beings that need his help, searching for something that could replace the home that he lost all those years ago.
Only to be weighed down by the guilt of his servitude and the pain of his sacrifice, which was ultimately done in vain. Cause it doesn't seem to matter what the Surfer does. Zenla is destined for destruction. At this point, his home world has been destroyed 4 times over.
Despite it all, this tragic hero still manages to take everything in stride as he surfs the stars and fights tirelessly to preserve every being's right to live.
So he's losing, right? I'm sorry. What the feats? Because like it feels like they didn't give. So it's like the Jean Grey Raven ish all over again. Jean Grey. Oh no. Wait, who was it? I forgot. Look, because I remember that they left out a lot for. Was it Raven or was it Jean? I think it was Jean Grey. No, it was Raven. No, they didn't say a lot on Jean Grey's end, and then Raven ended up. I forgot who it was. I even like acknowledged it in the video. Where it's just like they didn't say a lot for this person, and it was just insane. Like here, they didn't say a lot for him. They just kept gassing him up, stroking his meat on some. He's a good guy, morals, this, that, the third. I ain't even seen a crazy like feat that could surpass what that guy's been doing. Maybe I was just not paying attention well enough. But golly, bro, it just seems like Martian Manhunter is low key better in a lot of the factors. That it's just I'm sorry, but it's just that the mentality. I'm still stuck at the fact that this man he just loses when he shouldn't. But yeah, that's just me though. But yeah, let's just see who wins. I'm still rooting for Silver Surfer, but
This episode is sponsored by Shady Rays. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for
all
a
right,
death
death
battle!
battle. Oh, Silver Surfer, my nigga, don't take this L now.
In all of my journeys, I have never seen anything quite like this.
I assumed your journeys would have made you rather familiar with places like this, Norrin Rad. Or should I say,
John Jones.
Silver Surfer?
Yeah, fuck. That's John
Now,
Jones.
tell me why you have summoned me here.
Enough.
Ooh, fuck. Oh. Martian Manhunter Silver Surfer. Right, so this is like a 80s, 90s style type of TV show.
What are you hiding?
How you finna summon him and run? Oh, that's some Silver Surfer energy, I'll tell you that.
Tell me yours.
I will not let you
I
destroy
must end this.
Oh. Okay. Hmm.
There's no use in hiding. I can feel your presence.
Whoa, okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? Yeah! Mmm!
Nothing can best Martian might.
Your
Damn.
will is admirable, but will alone is not enough.
Okay.
Feel the pain.
Let me guess. He can overpower. He can overpower that because he did that with God one time.
You and I possess the same knowledge.
That only one of us can survive, and we know not why.
I hope you can live with the uncertainty.
Victory comes with no certain satisfaction. I may never know why we were made to fight. If violence is ever truly justified, but perhaps there is something worthy in the battle.
Myria.
Something beyond my understanding.
Let's go! Silver Surfer, yes! Oh my gosh, bro, I'm sorry. I thought they're gonna pull out the jobber list. Oh my gosh. Let's see what my dumbass could not catch the very first time. I was the sweats. Oh my gosh.
Wiz, what the hell are we doing? Why
Yeah.
are we forcing such
Okay, the ending was a little anticlimactic. They still had, it was like a you never know. He could pull something out his ass. But
beautiful souls to fight to the death?
Both the Silver Surfer and the Martian Manhunter were two extraordinarily powerful beings, each with very wide power sets.
So they both had counters for almost everything they could throw at each
okay, and the part that also threw me off was being compared to Superman. You already know what fucking happens when you are compared to Superman. That was one of the issues. I was like, okay, yeah, we're done.
other. They could both face
Okay, Martian Manhunter, likely comparable in strength and speed. Okay, the speed part threw me off because I was under the impression that Surfer was stronger, but Hunter was faster. No real way to permanently kill Surfer. Good. Less versatile. Ha! Better regen. That's surprising. But then again, yeah, fair enough. Could likely resist mental manipulation. Likely. That's the thing. It's not a certainty, it's just likely. But yeah. Power of Cosmic offers many advantages. Fair enough. Certain powers like molecular manipulation could be resisted. Yeah.
through objects, rearrange molecules, and regenerate their own bodies.
But arguably the biggest thing on the Martian Manhunter's side was his formidable telepathy. The Surfer has had his memories erased and his emotions manipulated by Galactus. So it would stand to
Fair
reason
enough,
that
yeah.
Jean could pose a mental threat to the Surfer.
But the Surfer has resisted mental attacks many times.
The surfer is aware of the infinite planes of reality and has also commanded beings who. Ooh.
When Psycho Man played on the surfer's guilt and pretended
That's
to be his
insane.
lost love, the surfer saw right through it, and he escaped the Supreme Intelligence's mind when it was using the frickin' Mind Stone.
These two could have gone toe-to-toe around the universe for a long time, but when it came down to it, the question was, who had the power to put the other down for good?
They both have some serious healing factors and have come back from basically nothing. But if ending Martian Manhunter meant destroying his every atom one by one, the surfer has the means to make that happen thanks to the seemingly endless well of energy that is the power cosmic.
It's truly an overwhelming source of unlimited
Surfer has had his powers removed by machinery specifically designed to take an infinite amount of power. Not even Rogue could take that much power.
power, and of Galactus stripping the power away from him, the surfer is never without it.
It's like a battery. Even if Jean could drain all of the cosmic energy, the server can just recharge it. And he's used that power to destroy planets, defeat Galactus-level threats, and can basically accomplish anything with it.
While both of these philosophic heroes tend to hold back out of a respect for life, there's obviously no holding back here, and the depth of Silver Surfer's abilities gave him the win.
This Martian was harsh in his mellow, so the surfer had to wave goodbye. Bodacious Cowabunga Hang Ten Ninja Turtles!
The winner is the Silver Surfer.
What the fuck is that?
Thanks
Hey
for
man,
watching.
that's
Stay tuned. We have a new
at least
DeathBattle
I'm bouncing
releasing
back from
every
that
2 weeks
previous
this year.
like took
And click the
from
join button to get
us.
new perks and extra
Pause.
content. Planet level members, you can see
Yeah,
death
let's
battles
see who
before
we got
anyone
up
else,
next.
so don't miss out.
I don't even have to see more. I'm going for Bill Cipher. I don't even have to see more. I don't even know who that bomb dragon bozo is. I'm going for Sir Cipher. But the one issue with Sir Cipher is he does not have a lot of crazy feats. There are a lot of speculations and theories. Then again, I haven't really read the books. I'm just going off what I know and what I've heard and what I've seen from the show. He could have an insane, crazy-ish if only he was released or wasn't being blocked out from the dome. Insane reality warping, manipulate. It's just, I don't care, bro. Cypher, this is my fucking childhood character right here. This man had me shook for 1 year straight, having nightmares, just chilling like, oh, what if an eye just spawns out of my wall, like just a triangle, bro? I was just avoiding that ish at all costs. That shit had me shook. I was scared of looking at the moon and thinking an eye was just, bro. And then at the end, when they showed the statue, I was like, oh shit, this nigga has entered our reality. We are fucked. Nobody go shake their hand. I was genuinely shook for the longest of times. Like, I'm going for Cypher because he's a goat in my book. Will Cypher, I wish there was a season 2. Let's see who this dude is. This bro finna pull out the mods and ish, bro. He's gonna hit you with slash bang. Fuck, bro. But yeah, living September. I don't know. That's in the past. But yeah, man. With that said, if y'all enjoyed the video, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know which video to check out next in the Medusa. But for now, I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all. So, see ya.